obviously 7 games left, but of that 7, given who you're playing against, this is arguably the one, is it, that can influence your top 4 prospects more than any others?
Yeah, probably. I think obviously they're all important, Charles, but yeah, obviously Raith. At the minute, it looks like ourselves, Raith and Partick for 2 places. So this is, given that we've played Partick, yeah, right, yeah, this is huge, and 3 points would go a long way to helping us secure those playoff places.
So this is your actual 6-pointer this time, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's not going to be the be all and end all. But it would, as I said, a win would definitely put us in the driving seat. So that's what we're aiming to do. We'll obviously try to follow up in the back of, as Raith will be obviously on the back of a good result last week. Try to follow that up.
Ideal time to get in the sense, I suppose, off the back of that great result against Arbroath. It's the ideal time to go in a game like this, maybe. Yeah, well, we're saying it's been a strange one because ourselves and Raith at the start of the season we're both going very well, and we've both went through a bad run at exactly the same time, and then we both picked up a result last weekend before the 2 come together. So hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully we can put on the same type of performance as last week, and we know it's not going to be easy, but we've got a good record against Raith, and we hope that continues. That's fine for me, Barry. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Charles.
What sort of preparation you're doing ahead of this weekend's event? I mean, when Billy Dodds has said before that success breeds success and more confidence. The last few months have maybe been a bit more of a mixed performance. What are you doing to make sure the squad is really going in this with the right mentality so you can get these crucial points?
It's weird because when you're not winning games, you work harder than when you are winning. When you're winning, football's easy. When you're not winning games, you've really got to work hard as coaches, as players, as managers. You've all got to work together, and because you're always looking for the right answers. But this week we've kept training. We're nice and light today. We had a good session with them on Tuesday. Raith are a different type of animal to speak. They play a lot of good football. Although I think they've curbed that a little bit of late, but at the start of the season they played as much football as anyone. So it's really at this stage of the season you're just keeping the boys ticking over and try to keep spirits high, and that becomes easier after good results, to be honest.
Are you nervous about this upcoming match?
No, I would be if I was playing, but no, not really. It's obviously, like we said to Charles, it's a big game. But there is, there is full, but there is more games to be played after it. So let's say it's not going to be the end of things if we lose, and it certainly won't be the end of things if we win. So it's another game. It would put us in a good position. But let's say if it doesn't go right, we're still right in there fighting.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Not bad, Will.
Good man. Cammy Mackay, he's had a good run of games in goal. How would you rate his performances so far?
Cammy's done great. Couldn't fault him for any of the few goals that he's lost. He's made some big saves at some crucial times, and I thought even on Saturday, although he wasn't called upon often, his distribution was good. He's worked so hard in training and for so long. And it's he deserves his chance, and it's great that we've got such two good goalkeepers. Cammy and Mark. Mark's pushed Cammy's pushed Mark for the last couple of years, and Cammy's got in, and he's done well enough that he managed to keep his place last week. I'm not giving away anything for this week.
No. Right.
But Cammy's done great, and as I said, in training, the two of them have been fantastic all season. To be honest with you, it's so good to have two good goalkeepers.
I think you preempted my next question. Is he likely to start tomorrow? But how's Mark doing fitness-wise? Because I know he wasn't great for a while.
Yeah, Mark's back. he had a week off or so, 10 days off, but he's back now training, and they're both. I thought both of them today we'd done a bit of shooting, and we did some games today, and they were both excellent, as they've been nearly all season. And it's a tough decision for us to, to leave one of them out, because they're both, as I said, they've both shown that they're top class goalkeepers.
McGregor's coming along if you get any
Roddy's he's back out on the training pitch, not in full training yet, but he's back. He done more work today, some hard work. So it's now just about getting that quad strengthened, and he's getting there, and hopefully, as I said, that's where he's out on Tuesday. He done a bit today. He'll do more tomorrow, and then we'll rest him up the weekend, and then hopefully get him back involved into training proper next week. So, could be a couple of weeks away, hopefully, no more for him, because, it's been a big miss, especially at the same time, obviously, as Scott Allardyce out. Those two were big players for us at the start of the season, and we always went with the four, with Reece and with Welshie as well. But the last 6 or 7 weeks, we've obviously only had the two, which doesn't give you much room for other things happening, other injuries or illnesses. So that's been one of the issues, obviously. But yeah, so hopefully Roddy will be back training with the first team squad next week for good.
And I believe Raith Rovers, they've got a bit of a bug sweeping through Starks Park at the moment. I know John McGlynn's saying that he doesn't know quite what squad will be coming up the road, so I suppose it makes your trip a little bit more difficult, but you would prepare for the best Raith team to come up.
Yeah, we've watched obviously the last 2 or 3 games, and there was big changes obviously last week, positional changes, personnel changes, so it's hard to take anything from that as to, it depends who's going to be back, who's not going to be back, but they've obviously had a good result down in Dumfries. So does that, again, after 10-11 games without a win that they've went as well, does that make John's job a little bit harder? I'm sure it does. So we can't affect that, so we won't even, we can have a look at it, but we can't spend too much time worrying about it, because at the end of the day it should be about what our boys do.
Just one more from me, Barry. It was great to see Billy Mackay score it again at the weekend. I think that's up to 14, and it just highlights that he just keeps going at this level. Such an important player in the championship for you. Yeah. Hopefully Billy will maybe go on a wee run. He does these things from time to time. He doesn't score for 3 or 4 weeks, and then he'll goes on a little run. So we're hopeful that'll be the case. Obviously. He's hit me all the time, because he's only 2 or 3 goals behind me now, and I'm pretty sure it was an own goal at the weekend. I'm sure Gaston was an own threw it in, but seriously, listen, I hope Billy passes me on Saturday, and we're celebrating 3 points. I'm sure it's going to happen soon, but he's a huge player for us, and when he's on fire, we're definitely a better side. That's all from me, Barry. Thank you.
Okay.
Last week, Barry, what was the most pleasing thing about the Saturday afternoon? Just performance, clean sheet. What was most pleasing for you?
Probably the game management, Stevie. To be honest, when you get, and I had people asking, we thought we played better against Partick and Hamilton, but goals change games. So the fact that we scored 2 early goals meant that we didn't have to go and chase the game. We had to manage the game, because it's at 2-0 up, it's yours to give away. So we had to manage the game, and I thought the players did that really, really well. I said after 10-11 minutes or whatever, we knew that they were then going to throw long balls and put you under kind of pressure, but we limited. I think we had one shot which I think Carney thought was going wide, and it hit the post in the first half. And then maybe 3 or 4 minutes at the start of the second half. But after that, I thought we managed the game brilliantly. I thought we limited them to very few shots on goal, and we were trying to pick them off. And we felt like we needed the 3rd goal. We thought we got it when Welshie blazed it over the bar. But when it did come, I thought that was more about what we deserved. So the biggest pleasing thing was probably being able to relax for the last 20 minutes and actually enjoy watching them playing, because, as you know, most games in this league are pretty tight. There's only been 2, maybe 3 games this season when it's been more than 1 goal in it, so you don't really get to sit back and enjoy, and Saturday was one of those few occasions.
I know we needed a win, and I think we've been saying for weeks we'd take any win if we can get off someone's backside, but it's been a team like Arbroath who've been up at the top league for most of the season. A bit of a statement to the rest.
Well, hopefully, whether it's a statement, I'm not sure, but whether we're just happy with the win, and we're hoping it's more a statement to ourselves, so the players believe in themselves, because maybe when you go that run, you start questioning yourselves. Everyone does. Players, coaches, everything. Are you doing the right things? Are you not doing the right things? So it's more about, right, guys, you know what? Because we haven't changed that much, but you get that wee break, you get a goal in front, and then all of a sudden you can see a wee bit of the pressure coming off, and then the second goal, and then a little bit more. So it's just a bit belief for them. Confidence is huge. Winning becomes a habit, the same as not winning becomes a habit. And we'd got into that habit at the start of the season, and we're going into a different habit. So it'd be nice to finish the season with that winning habit again, and try and build on a bit of momentum now.
I think, Billy, we've seen over the last couple of weeks, I think even when the run's been also not so good, training's been pretty good, but have you seen maybe a level above this week after the win?
I'm definitely more chirpy. The boys give us... Listen, the one thing we can't throw at the boys is that they were giving us a lot every week. We were maybe not getting some breaks, we were maybe not making the right decisions at the time, but we could never question what their attitude and their application. And training has always been like that. It's not been really different, but you do notice in the back of a good result, and it's the same when I played or whenever it was. If you got a good result, there was definitely a wee bounce in your stride, and you would be a little bit more chirpy, and that's what we found this week. That they're a little bit more chirpy, which is great. You want that. You don't want to get too over the top, but you want that. They want them to be relaxed so that they can actually go and enjoy and play.
Right, good luck for Saturday, mate. Cheers.
Thank you, Steve.